Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload, and today we have a game between Barcode and WeebLyFe on Odyssey, the latter edition. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is WeebLyFe, or WeebLyFe, which stands for iron on the periodic table of the elements. But I'm pretty darn sure it's WeebLyFe. And in the top left corner of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Barcode, also known as Kawaiian. This is a GM level game sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com, a TVZ on the GM ladder. Again, I think we get a lot of creativity on the GM ladder. Did you catch the Neuro versus Disc game that I posted, just fairly recent, within the last week at the very least? Please check it out if you didn't, because holy smokes. That was an incredible PVZ. This is going to be a ZVT hatch first out of WeebLyFe. Is that like, this is Weeb short for, I mean, there's Weeble stuff, right? That website that you might not be familiar with. It is British in origin, I believe. WeebleStuff.com. That's where the badger animation come from. You know, badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. That's that. That's the badger cartoon came from Weeble Stuff. It's Weeble and Bob, The Adventures of, but it could also be, what else? Weeblo for Cub Scouts? I don't know. WeebLyFe with the Y there too. It's going to be something the kids know about. I'm just not woke enough to understand. Meanwhile, over on the Terran side of things, it is no Reaper, sadly enough. Reapers have fallen a bit out of fashion in some situations. We don't see them nearly as often as we used to, but they're still around for our Reaper name list to be profited from thereby. I don't think that sentence made any sense, but we're going to keep on pushing regardless. Barracks throwing down a reactor. Is he going to, unless he double pumps Reapers, which would be pretty interesting. Based on this rally, where are you going with that rally, dude? Come on, Kawaiian, what you at? No, it's Marines. Okay, so it's Marines throwing down a factory next of all, and again, WeebLyFe can't do anything. He just finished his spawning pool. He's just now getting speed. Couple lings. Couple queens in production. The timing worked out pretty well for the Zerg player here. And meanwhile, expansion about 50% complete out of Kawaiian. And he still hasn't gone for a second gas quite yet. So this looks very much like a 5-minute double medevac drop timing, but I think he needs a second gas by about now. Unless he's not worried about upgrades. Okay, there it is. There it is. A little bit later than I expected, but again, my Terran timings are not pro, so it's entirely possible he was dead on, and I'm just completely wrong about this. Marines scouting for proxy hatches, I suppose. Maybe WeebLyFe is known to be a bit of a cheeser, but not today. He is not cheesing today. He is playing as straight up as you possibly can in ZVT, going for a third hatch even at the gold base. I like this. I like taking the gold. Even though there's one extractor here, minerals in the early game are super important for you as a Zerg player. Marines, are they just walking across the map? It looks like they're kind of just, they're trying to get this Overlord who's on the high ground here. You'll notice the Terran player can't see that, and couldn't see it even when the Marines were close by. Marines trying to take down these unbuildable plates just to avoid a misclick in the future. As I mentioned previously, 1 Vespene Geyser on this gold. There are other bases with 3 Vespene Geysers, but I'm just not sure this is really, or this fact is coming to play very much in games. It's possible it's had a huge effect that I haven't noticed, but I haven't noticed. So what do you do? Hellions moving out here for Barcode around 3 minutes and 41 seconds. There are Speedlings, there are Queens. This is a difficult call for these Hellions. If they come onto this creep, there are a lot of Speedlings ready to kill them. 24 to be exact. And oh, there it is. Oh, nice dodge. Way to get out of there. Kawaiian saving his Hellions. Is he going to save him? He's going to save him. Trying to come around for the flank is Weebly. I think one of these Hellions is going to die. Ugh, but another one probably going to be saved. Let's just see if he makes it all the way home or not. There's a bunker up here. A couple more shots, and yes, the Lings do decide to back on out, but more Lings. Look at this Ling flood out of WeebLyFe. Holy shamoly. Can the Lings, are they going to go for the run-by? The Lings are going for the run-by. There's a gap there. Hellions getting murdered real fast. This is looking bad for our Terran player. Lings are free inside the natural base. More Lings thinking about it, but nope, more Hellions there as well. And a Banshee. Banshee cleaning up Lings like it is her job. And it is, actually, Banshee pilots. One of the things that they promised to do upon getting hired is kill Zerglings from above. So I don't know if that was worth it for WeebLyFe. I really don't. He lost 29 Zerglings in exchange for 2 Marines and 4 Hellions. Yeah, 725 resources lost for the Zerg, 523 for our Terran player. Gold base is up, though, so that's nice. Put a little bit of the fear of Zerg into your Terran opponent. It is 35 to 33 harvesters. I feel like that's just going to get bigger for Weeble, and it is. WeebLyFe here. 35 to 35. 5 more drones in production, while really all we're getting is one at a time out of Kawaiian here. Again, there's a link in the description to Kawaiian's Twitch channel if you want to see a GM Terran player go at it. He's fairly active on Twitch as far as I know. So again, give him a follow. Spore Crawler on the way from WeebLyFe. Let's see, 1 in each of his bases. He saw the Banshee, right? He saw the Banshee over here at the natural and said, just in case, Cloak's on the way. And I don't think it is. No, it's not in production. Banshee's coming over here anyway. Good Overlord positioning here by WeebLyFe. Again, Overlord positioning, I don't mention it enough, I don't think, on the channel, but Zerg players, definitely get your Overlords in places where you can see drops and see Banshees coming, and it helps you a lot. I know at the lower levels it's hard to watch the minimap that closely, but if you can train yourself to do it, it's a good place. And to be... yeah, Queen Spore Crawler here versus 2 Banshees, pretty good, I would say. I mean, might lose a few drones here and there, especially the drones on the gas. Queen going to pick off one of the Banshees, and the other one in a lot of trouble here, too. Get out of there. Oof, double Queens from the back and the front there. Couple drones died. 5 of them have been lost so far in the game. 44 to 39 harvesters, but Weeble's coming up on 13 drones in production all at once. Aspire and +1/+1 for his Lings and Banelings and Ultras in production as well. So he's going to go Ling Bling Muta, which we haven't seen a lot on the channel recently. It's been a lot of Hydralisk Baneling against Protoss. Been a lot of Roach Ravager and ZVT. I guess we've seen some Muta production, but it's usually been a rush to Ultralisks from our Zerg players more than anything else against Terran. What is this? Double Hellion drop coming out here at 6 minutes and 50 seconds. For our Terran player, Kawaiian. Marines making sure this Overlord does not come into their hideout. He's a slow Overlord anyway. He wouldn't get there in time to scout anything. Third base still not done here for Kawaiian. It's been some pretty good pressure here from the Zerg player. He's making a command center inside his main base. Hellions dropping here at the gold, and there's nothing here to defend. There's a Queen. Split them drones. Splitting them drones, but it's five Hellions? 5 Hellions hitting. Some Lings coming to respond. A lot of Lings coming home to respond here, but they can't do anything about the medevacs because none of them can shoot up or fly. 12 Mutalisks in production, though. I don't know if you want to stick around for this, Kawaiian. 12 Mutas would kill this so fast. None of these Hellions can shoot up. The medevacs are sitting ducks. He's going for it anyway, though, because he Hellbat transformation. He doesn't have an armory. He's working on it. He might be considering that later on, but for now, he's just going to roast up Lings with some map control. This many Hellions is pretty good against a large number of Lings. It's not infinite. It's not bad either. The Mutas show up. Time to run! It's only 3 of them. It's not all 12, but it's a good sign that it's time to get the heck out of there for Kawaiian. If there are 3 Mutas, there are at least 2 more and probably more. This medevac does escape with a full total of 2 hit points there. Other medevac gonna make it. Marines might save her. Oh, they do. They do save her. No Mutas die. Good reaction time there from WeebLyFe. And setting up at his third base with a lot of Marines with +1 attack. Combat shield on the way. More and more Mutas with +1 flyer attack being researched by our Zerg player. So Muta count, like I mentioned previously, it's actually 11. Did he lose one? No. I thought he was making... he's got 15 on the field. So there we go. There's our 12th. Right? Wow, that's more, actually. So, great. A lot of Mutas flying around here. Oh, this army can't shoot up. It is a Hellbat siege tank army with some medevac support. Get the tanks. Why aren't you getting the tanks? I guess he's trying to pick off SCVs here. At the third base, that Marine army went somewhere. Where did they go? Oh, here they are. They left, though. They left the building temporarily, picking off a bunker. Do the Mutalisks as well. Another base already done for WeebLyFe. Jeez. He's sitting here on 5 bases, while Kawaiian's sitting on 3. This is not looking good for your Terran hero, everybody. 34 Lings on the way. Got ourselves a Baneling Nest from WeebLyFe. Getting, again, that +2/+2 now beginning from the Lings. And the Banelings is 155 to 133 supply. Weeb is up big time here, but all it really takes is one bad engagement from the Zerg. A lot of these units are very, very flimsy. Very low HP. These Hellbats are pretty good. Yeah, I don't know that Ling Bling Muta is amazing against mech, as it turns out. 4 Mutas do get burned out. A little bit too close to the Marines. Again, the Marines are some of the best anti-air in the game. Lings going for the run by. Oh, they get in. They pick up a couple of these tanks at the natural base. Lings are all over the place here, and they have the upgrades to make this thing work as well. The lift up at the main base does save it, which is great news, but a lot of dead SCVs, a lot of dead Marines. Missile turrets getting picked down. Refineries dying here as well. Oh, and he has the burrow. Meanwhile, a big attack here at the third base. Mutalisks wrecking this. at the same time because all the army went to respond to the natural. Nice multi-pronged attack there from Kawaiian. That's 12 dead SCVs, which seems low. Oh, except there are more here because the burrowlings were sneaky. They were sneaky. Burrow again. They burrow again. You have scan, right? Come on, Kawaiian. Tell me you have a scan. He does. All right. So Kawaiian getting rid of these Zerglings pretty easily. No Marines die. It is 122 lings in exchange for 21 SCVs, a couple tanks, a couple bunkers, a couple refineries, a couple missile turrets. Resources lost, 3,600 for the Terran compared to 4,500 for the Zerg. But again, he's on 5 base. He can afford to do a lot of things here, but this is a big Marine tank Hellbat army with a lot of medevacs. You got to pick off a couple of those. WeebLyFe, you're going to make this thing happen. Mutalisk's just getting destroyed, falling out of the sky, bleeding into the shallows here. Are this more burrowed lings? Ah, burrowed lings! Burrowed lings really good. Some Marines left behind to defend, though. This 4th base, or rather 3rd base of the gold for WeebLyFe is going to die. There are too many Marines here with +1/+1. The 5th base is also similarly unprotected. He's just now starting Baneling speed. Is WeebLyFe, which means he has nothing to deal with these Marines. He really doesn't. The Mutalisks are terrible in this situation. His 5th base in the top right corner is going to die. Right now, 36 lings in production, but against these Marines, again, +2/+2, well, +2 armor, or attack rather, just about to finish. Armor not looking too hot. A bunch of Marines sitting here at the 3rd base to defend with a missile turret. Can these Mutas do this? I think the Mutas can handle it. I really do. Missile turret going to die immediately, but more Marines joining the party. Is this enough? Enough Marines. It looks like it might be. Mutalisks trying to attack it, but dying so quickly, and it's just going to base race. WeebLyFe knows he can't handle this army. This is Hellbats. This is Marines. This is tanks. Lings trying to deal with this group as well. Their upgrades are +2/+2. Banelings joining the party, but they don't have speed. Did he forget about speed? This is a lot of Banes, actually. Holy smokes. Medevac gets picked off, forcing a liftoff on this 3rd. This is coming down to it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is base racing it. Kawaiian decides it's time to go. It is time to attack. Into the Zerg. Forces killing every creep tumor, killing every drone that is long-distance mining from his replacement 4th base. Natural base in a lot of trouble here. There are a lot of stimmed up Marines, but so many medevacs in the sky at the same time. Trying to attack in this front. Are these Mutas doing fairly well? They open a door for their Ling friends, and there we go. This is officially a base race. Some Banelings trying to come home to deal with this, but great splits out of Kawaiian. He's been in this situation before. Lings wrecking this natural base. There is no saving it. Engineering big on as well. There are Marines inside the main, though, picking off Queens. Killing Overlords with this supply block. Our Zerg player, I think it might. This is a lot of dead stuff. He keeps losing things as well, though, so maybe he won't be supply blocked. Kawaiian is, though. Kawaiian definitely is. Muta's trying to pick off the remaining Marines here guarding these tanks, but no. Not going to happen. A lot of Lings and Banes, though. A lot of them here at this base just north of the natural. Trent, oh, get scanned. Great scan by Kawaiian, mind you, and he's not dead. He's not dead yet. He's down to 15 harvesters, but his opponent, the Banelings, come rolling into the tanks and the Marines and the Zerglings surrounding the Marines as well. Suddenly, this is looking pretty good for our Zerg player. I mean, he's not healthy. He kept his replacement 3rd base. That's great. He still has a base up here that's mining. His main is gone. Replacing that as well, though, with his meager remaining minerals of about 400 there. Pulling back home. Pulling back home. Oh, and look at all these Marines he was making in the meantime. He's got +2/+2, which is great. He's got +2/+2. The Mutas need to pick off these medevacs. Come pick off these medevacs. 1 down, 2 down, and almost 3. Does survive with 13 hit points, though. Coming for the kill is Kawaiian. Another medevac. He's trying to pick off Marines here and there. Medevac's dying. He's doing okay with that. 9 medevacs have been killed. There are still 7, which is a big number, and Marines getting picked off in exchange for a Mutalisk. Expanding again as we end in the top right corner. So, all right, so WeebLyFe expanding a ton here. I don't know if he should feel this safe. I really don't. Can these Mutos deal with this number of Marines? There are 7 Marines and 8 Mutalisks. Again, +1 flyer, but man, that's really scary stuff. Baneling. Oh, burrowed Banelings did not explode. Oh no. WeebLyFe was distracted. He was distracted. He could have taken out this whole group of Marines. But instead, they live on to wreck more of his stuff here. Oh, he is punching himself in the head. That he missed so big on that. Yeah. Marines going after the main base. Marines in the natural base. Marines in this 4th base. Muta's trying to pick off Medivacs. Doing fairly well with it, mind you. Oh, and that's it. WeebLyFe is out at 15 minutes and 3 seconds. He can't deal with this number of Marines. This was the thing. Did he lose all of his Banelings? Did he lose all of his Banes? Hold on just a second. Did they get unburrowed? Did they get scanned and killed? So they're right here. Did they? Oh, I think they unburrowed and walked over here. He still had... Oh, man, I think he realized. that he had... Oh, he had those Banelings burrowed. Could have taken out all of these Marines, and it would have been a much different game, but he wasn't paying attention closely enough. These Banelings are not enough, and yeah, the Mutalisks can't handle the +2/+2 Marines either, and Terran player Kawaiian is your winner today. What a crazy game. Absolutely insane game there. Resources lost. As usual, tells the story. 12,000 lost for Kawaiian compared to 22,800 for WeebLyFe. 249 Lings, 8 Banelings, 38 Mutas died. 38 Mutalisks were killed. Compared to 76 Marines. That is some cost-efficient Marines there. That's pretty much all it was for anti-air was Marines. I guess there were 5 missile turrets. I didn't see them being too effective, though. 6 hatcheries got killed. 6 hatcheries got killed, but he had... I guess some of them got canceled during construction, but he had a bunch of bases building at the end there. He doesn't have a way to support them at all. Yeah, that was 1. That was 2 that was done. And he had one in the main that I was just in the process of dying when WeebLyFe left. That's amazing. That's amazing stuff. All right. So that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.